Hey, my name's Ben. Today I'm going to be showing you Comfort Quote and how to generate a proposal like this in about 5 minutes. It's very quick and easy. We have all kinds of explainers. We have graphs showing what their current static pressure is, equipment oversizing. But essentially, first, we summarize the problems that we found. We ask them questions about their house. What kind of comfort problems are you guys experiencing? What do you hate about the current equipment? Here, we summarize the problems that we actually found with their equipment: undersized return duct, maybe the inducer motor on the furnace was leaking, whatever it is that you find. You can actually input all of that. You can also go and you can input your load calculation information so that we can go and we can actually summarize to them, this is what our load calculation came out at, this is the size of your current equipment. And we actually help explain the problems with both oversized and undersized systems. So we help you explain all that information. We give them really nice graphs, really nice colors here to just very quickly and clearly show them that they do have a problem. We actually give them an explainer about static pressure. You can go through this with the homeowner, explaining what the problems with it is, and I actually refer to it as duct pressure, right? Sometimes that's easier for the homeowners to understand. And then, just like you saw a second ago, you can actually input the static pressure reading that you took at the client's house, and it'll actually give them a graph showing that they're in a risk range, fair, or a good range. We also help them understand the equipment options. So you're going to see that this software is set up for you to offer good, better, best options, right? So good being single stage, like for like comfort, better being two stage, improved comfort, and then best being modulating, greatly improved comfort, right? And it's actually going to help you explain all of these different options. What you'll see down here in the three options that we can select: good, and then we have this in parentheses, like for light comfort, improved comfort, and then greatly improved comfort for best. Next, for your indoor air quality options, we're going to actually help you explain the options. So media filters, fresh air ventilation. Fresh air is always a good thing. The solution to pollution is dilution. Humidifiers and dehumidifiers for humidity control, right? To both protect the building materials and, of course, improve the health of the occupants, right? We don't want it to be too dry, and we don't want it to be too humid either. So down here, you can actually put in which options you want to recommend for your IAQ, and then you can actually also put in custom items too. And we're going to show you that in a second, what that means. Here, it'll tell them next steps. It'll tell them, your deposit, your financing options that you have. They can actually apply for financing. You can actually put your link directly into the proposal, and then they can go and they can actually finalize their choices. Now, what's really cool here is we actually have a chatbot integrated into this. So you can ask it, you can actually talk to your proposal. Why did the technician recommend larger return trunk? And it's actually going to query the proposal, and it's going to find out why. So here we go. Recommended installing an upsized return trunk to address the issue of high static pressure and the airflow restriction in your current system, right? It gives you the price, and then it's going to go and basically explain why you would want to go and you would want to reduce static pressure. So it's really neat. So essentially what this is going to do is, the husband comes home later that night and he's got a couple questions about the proposal. Only the wife was around. He can actually go and he can ask the chatbot questions about the proposal, and it's going to save you a lot of the silly little questions that might occur if both people aren't there, or maybe the wife has a clarifying question about something later at night. She can actually ask the chatbot a question, so it's really neat. So how do we generate one of these? Really quickly. So let's assume that we have our templates set up and we have our payment and warranty information in. So what we do is we create a customer. We're going to create this one for, let's see, Jennifer Baptist here. And what we do is we just select the system type. Let's say we're doing a furnace and an AC quote. We can enter in the home size. We can enter in the system age. Enter any of your problems here, such as undersized return duct, causing an airflow restriction, and high static pressure. We can put in, yes, we measured static pressure. Our reading was 0.8. Here you can ask the client some questions about any comfort problems they're having. Master bedroom is chilly. Any respiratory problems they have. The wife, Clarice, deals with seasonal allergies. can enter in winter dryness, humidity problems, customer pain points. Maybe they have to turn up the volume of the TV when the equipment is running to hear it. Then we can go and we can enter in that, yes, we did perform a load calculation. We're going to select for both heating and cooling. Let's say the heating load came out to 48,000 BTUs. The cooling load came out to 24,000 BTUs. Current furnace size is 70,000. Current AC size is 36,000. Next, we can go to pricing. This is a furnace and an AC quote, so we can just select that. The wife deals with seasonal allergies. The house is dry in the wintertime, let's just say. And now, undersized return duct, right? You don't actually have a template for that. So what we can do is we can say we can put in upsized return trunk. Say the price is $15.79. We will install a larger return trunk to help alleviate static pressure and increase system airflow. Now we can add that. Now that's on the proposal. Then we can go and we can send them an immediate email with the proposal. We'll also be able to view it here. And we can enable the automatic follow-up sequence. We'll talk about that in just a second. But just like that, you have a beautiful proposal showing all of the information that we have. It summarizes the comfort problems and the other issues that they had, summarizes the problems with the current equipment, and just like you guys saw before, we have all of these really neat graphics showing the problem with their equipment, right? So next, let's talk about the automatic follow-up emails, because you guys probably saw that right at the end of the wizard. This software will actually automatically send out follow-up emails, partially generated by AI and partially generated by me, right? So there's some static templates that I actually went and generated for the initial proposal, reinforcing some value, helpful insights to their problems, addressing some hesitations that they might have, and finally at day 30, just doing a final check-in, just leaving the door open, right? Just saying, I'm still here when you decide that the time is right for you. But what we do is we actually take AI and we generate a personalized opener. So it will use the information that you gathered when you were talking to the client to actually generate a portion of the email that sounds like it was written just for them. So it doesn't sound like just a generic email template follow-up, right? It's actually got some substance to it. But you can see now that we just generated a beautiful proposal in about 5 minutes, and the software is going to automatically follow up. It's going to check in with them, and it's going to help you close the job, and it's going to help explain all of these complicated concepts to the customer, right? Because frankly, when we are out quoting out a new HVAC system, we have to worry about the equipment size. We have to worry about the noise concerns that they care about. Do they have sinus and allergy problems in the home, right? And if you point all of these things out to your clients and they don't want to move forward with it, this is also going to help you essentially avoid some of the responsibility of them, frankly, making a poor choice, right? I mean, if I pointed all of this information out and they didn't want to downsize the equipment at all, and they didn't go with a good option, even though the master bedroom was uncomfortable, or it didn't heat or cool well, right? And now the static pressure is also through the roof because, again, they didn't go with any of my solutions. I don't care to be on the hook for that. And now you have concrete proof that you went and you explained all of the dangers of this to these people, and they still made a bad decision because, frankly, at the end of the day, it's their house. It's their money. They can make a bad decision. If they make a bad decision, I don't care to be on the hook for it. And I can imagine that you don't either. So that's it. That's Comfort Quote in a nutshell.